Good morning. It is 9:04 Central Standard Time. Today's date is the 19th of September, 2025. Happy Friday to you guys. I have a word from Yeshua HaMashiach. For those of you who do not know who I am, heaven refers to me as general. I've been given the divine commission and the mantle to carry as the general of the end times remnant. I had several near-death experiences. I went to heaven twice. The second time that I went, both incidences were about a year apart, almost to the day. I came back with an assignment, and I came back with supernatural knowledge that otherwise I wouldn't have. It's been a humbling experience. It's been a lot to carry. And I get messages from women all over the world, and this message today is for the daughters of Zion, for Yeshua's beloved daughters. What I've noticed is that women's hearts are often especially tender towards Yeshua and the kingdom of heaven. Many times as I'm reading their words, his presence will come through and he will give a message straight to them. Some of their messages, I'm very empathetic, and some of their messages, I really can empathize with what they go through because I've been there and I've walked through the same things that they've walked through. That's not to say that he doesn't speak to the men, because he surely does, but it happens with women more often. I believe that part of the reason is because this generation has placed a very heavy burden on women that they were never meant to carry alone. Women are holding families together, raising children alone. Oftentimes, grandmothers reach out to me who are raising their grandchildren because their kids are unable or choose not to. They're working multiple jobs and standing in the gaps that others have abandoned. Another reason is because Yeshua sees the cries of their hearts and knows the battles that they face behind closed doors. So he draws near to strengthen them. This is why I'm going to share his word today for the women who feel unseen, unheard, and overwhelmed. So that way they know that heaven sees them and heaven has not forgotten them. And men, I've got a lot of men that watch me from all over the world. I encourage you to stay and watch this message because I want all of you to understand how valuable women and children are to the kingdom of heaven. Yeshua said, "A word for my daughters." I received this message very early this morning. Daughters of Zion, my precious ones, I have seen the tears that fall behind closed doors. I have watched you rise before the sun to work, to pray, to carry families on your back when no one else stood with you. You thought no one noticed, but I noticed. Heaven noticed. The angels recorded every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every battle you fought in silence. You wonder why the road has been so long and hard. You wonder if it means I have overlooked you, but hear me. I give my hardest assignments to those I trust most deeply. The pressing you endure is not punishment, it is preparation. The weight you feel on your shoulders is the very thing shaping you into a vessel that can carry my oil. And that oil will heal nations. It will restore households. It will set captives free. When I am silent, do not mistake it for my absence. For silence is the classroom where I teach you to hear my whisper above the roar of the world. In those quiet deserts, your roots grow deep. I know you feel forgotten at times, but I am closer than the breath in your chest. I walk with you in every battle. I steady you when your knees shake. Even when despair whispers its lies, I am the voice that keeps you from giving up. I see the single mothers who rise before dawn and work past dark. I see the grandmothers raising children when they should be resting. I see the women whose husbands have walked away, leaving them to hold broken homes together with nothing but faith and determination. I see the young women who wrestle with thoughts of ending their lives, who feel invisible, who think the pain is too great to carry. To each of you, I say, your life has value beyond what you can see. You are my beloved, and the world is not worthy of the treasure you carry inside. Your struggles are not wasted. The battles you survive become torches for the next generation. Your daughters and granddaughters will know how to stand because they saw you stand. Your tears water the seeds of faith in their hearts. Your endurance is shaping legacies you cannot yet imagine. The oil that flows from your crushing will light lamps in the darkest places. The scars you carry will become testimonies that set others free. The weight you bear will produce strength that cannot be bought, only forged. Do not despise the pressing, for the anointing it brings is costly and holy. Lift your eyes, daughters. Do not bow your head in shame or exhaustion, for you are not defeated. You are rising. Your name is known in heaven as an overcomer. Your story is being written in eternal ink, not as one who gave up, but as one who conquered by faith. I chose you not because the world thought you were strong, but because I saw a heart that would not let go of me, even in the storm. And I promise you this, your pressing will not be wasted. The loads you have carried will become crowns of glory. The loneliness you felt will be swallowed by my eternal embrace. Sorry, you guys, I get choked up reading this. The wounds you bore will shine like jewels in the day I call you home. Your children, your grandchildren, and generations yet unborn will walk freer because you chose not to quit. You are my daughters. You are my warriors. You are the ones I entrusted with the fiercest assignments because I knew you would rise. And I say to you now, rise again, for your story is not over and your oil is still flowing. So I asked him what he meant by that, for generations to come, because obviously he said that he's at the door. So what he meant, in other words, is it's less about earthly decades, but more about spiritual legacy. So your endurance plants seeds that will sprout quickly in others, and those seeds are counted as generations in heaven's record. That's what he said. And, you know, a lot of people, a lot of women especially, reach out to me because they're especially concerned about their children and their grandchildren, those that are just still so focused on the earthly things and living their life. You know, I've got older kids that are like that they're not looking for him. And so they're concerned that those children and grandchildren might be left behind. But I want you to understand this. Even if they are left behind, your voice and your prayers gives them a certain level of covering. And all hope is not lost. They can still choose the kingdom of heaven and refuse the mark of the beast because of your prayers that you said before you were lifted, because of the books that you leave behind or the letters that you leave behind. And so all hope is not lost there. I read these messages every single day, and I'm very empathetic to what these women are going through all over the world. I've walked through a lot of the same exact situations that they've walked through. I've spoken at length many times throughout my videos that, you know, I was crushed fiercely before I was given this mantle and this assignment. I think hell's probably tried to kill me at least 8 or 9 times. I've had so many horrific things happen to me. I've almost lost track. And it's actually more than even a 10-minute video. It would take me like an hour or two to tell the whole story. But I used to think that I was forsaken. I used to cry out all the time, and there were times that I even wished to die. And I didn't understand, and I thought that he didn't hear me, and I thought that he was far away because I wasn't getting an answer. But all that time, the one thing I never did is I never gave up. I wanted to, and even the times that I was so close to giving up, I would reach back out for Yeshua, and I would keep reaching out. And there was just something in me that could just not give up, because I knew that there was a God I knew that God existed. I knew that Jesus existed. I call him Yeshua because when I went to heaven the second time and I got to walk through New Jerusalem, Yeshua walked up to me. I mean, I knew he was Jesus, but he said, Yeshua HaMashiach. And that name just pierced me. And I got to walk through New Jerusalem, and I came back with these instructions in this assignment, and I came back with throne room intelligence. This is an easy job. It's a heavy thing to carry, especially since most of the world probably doesn't even understand it and probably finds it very hard to believe. There's times every day, even though I hear from him in real time, I still sit there and think to myself, why on earth did he choose me? But I was crushed. You know, I'm a single mom. I have 5 kids that live in this house. I've never been lucky in the love department. And so I understand what it's like to have to care for children and still work and all of that. And I've been through a lot of different things. And so my heart goes out to you, and feel free anytime. If you need something, I'm always here. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day.